What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new Audi S5 Sportback. This one's finished in Glacier white, has a lot of options, coming in at $75,000, but we have the Prestige package, Carbon package, and the Black Optics package, and even more options. Base price is around $55,000, so we got $20,000 worth of upgrades for this S5. Certainly is a beautiful spec, but let's pop the hood, see what we are working with. So underneath the hood, you're gonna find that 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder pumping out 349 horsepower with 369 pound-feet of torque. It's paired to an 8-speed automatic, Quattro all-wheel drive, and it can still do 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds, even though the curb weight is around 4,000 pounds. Closing the hood, moving to the styling, with the Black Optics package, you do get all the blacked out designs to it. Beautiful LED headlights, really nice dark housings, more black trim down below, safety sensor and parking sensors, and then the grille is finished off in gloss black, and you're gonna see blacked out for the Audi logo, forward-facing camera, your S5 badge. Huge openings to provide cooling to the intercooler as well as those radiators. It's a really good looking car. I definitely like the design. Got some sharp lines throughout the hood, fading their way towards that windshield, and I love the prominent body line throughout the entire side, cutting towards the taillights. At the side, this has the S package, so you're gonna get these massive 6-piston brake calipers finished in red, two-tone design for these 20-inch wheels, and then a really sharp body line surrounding the wheel. You can see that sharp body line with the S5 badge, more sharp lines all throughout the lower portion of the doors. I like the body color on the door handles, and then we get glossy carbon for these mirror caps. You can also see the LED turn signal, all black trim surrounding the windows, along with a panoramic roof for the front section. Now the side profile, that's when you really see that Sportback just kind of slopes downwards, just giving it a more performance-focused look, and I like the practicality of it. At the side, you're going to see how that sharp line cuts towards the taillight and gives you a wide section right here over the rear wheel, just to give it more aggression. Got carbon fiber on the spoiler, along with nice LED taillights, blacked out logos all back here, and a massive rear diffuser finished in black with your dual exhaust tips. All of the parking sensors as well, and then just pressing the button, has a full power liftgate. Now the Sportback basically is a hatchback, so you're gonna have all this interior cargo area just to make this incredibly practical and useful for theoretically a small sedan. And from back here, you can even pull these levers and get those seats out of the way. You could probably fit 2 mountain bikes or snowboards or something in here to truly use this as a daily and a weekend car. You can see how nicely that's gonna fold down flat, still giving you plenty of cargo area into the back, and then it's easy enough to lift open those seats. Now we have a power lift gate, of course, for down. Pressing that button, it's gonna automatically close. And then entering into the interior, you're gonna see Alcantara on the inserts, more carbon, and this one has the nice Napa leather. We get the quilted leather with a diamond pattern. The middle seat, you can even pull this down for an armrest. 2 little cup holders will pop out, and then we have a nice storage area. Now there is climate controls back here with heated seats as well as your vents, different plugs, along with storage behind the seats. Now at 5'11" sitting back here, this is actually pretty decently roomy. I have the seat at my height, about an inch or so of headroom, pretty good visibility, armrests are in a great place. So honestly, for a full-grown adult, this is actually a pretty useful vehicle as well. So now let's move on to the driver's seat. The S5 gets you really cool front seats, and of course you're going to see more of the Alcantara carbon fiber and all the leather. We do get Bang & Olufsen audio system, power controls with massaging seats, and there's even a leg rest. But I just love the Napa leather, so nice to look at. I love the single piece backs. So then hopping inside, keep my foot on the brake, it's fired up. Definitely a sporty looking interior. And then I love the black leather steering wheel with perforated leather on the sides, all of your silver trim. And then moving to the gauge cluster, you have quite a few things you can configure. So you can see a lot of different information pop up as I scroll down through here. And then left and right, you can see a few more things that will pop up within the car. Of course, virtual cockpit. Tapping the view icon gets you back to a more traditional look, and I like the shape of that tachometer right in the center. And then of course, all the same information. We have controls on the right for the heated steering wheel, Bluetooth and audio, paddle shifters, stock on the right side for your windshield wipers and turn signals on the left, and then cruise control is the stock down here. We do get air vents on the left side with all of your headlight controls, heads-up display, and then just a rubber material for the dashboard. I do like all the extra carbon fiber that you're going to see along the dash, and then the infotainment screen right here is what you would expect on any modern Audi. We have the navigation setup. Into our home screen, you have a few different things you can go into. Into vehicle, you can see some of the information. You need to adjust your drive mode select. We also have the seats you can adjust. You can see your massagers and things like that. And then back to the home screen, you even have a more configurable setup. Going into reverse, you're gonna be able to take a look at that backup camera with a top down. You can get a full screen top down with all of your parking sensors, front view and everything. And then going back into park. Exiting out of the screen, this control panel down here is for all climate. And I like how once you just touch it, you can see how these screens kind of magnify just to see a few more things popping up. All of your zones and fan speed, dual zone temperature with heated seats. And then down below that, we have some parking information and your drive select. So we can go through all the different drive modes. You can toggle it using this icon, or you can actually just use it on the touchscreen. So pretty nice design. There's a little bit of storage down here with plugs, cup holders, and more storage, and then more of the carbon fiber. Now over here, you're gonna see your volume control along with the next track, a little bit of storage and your gear select, and I like the extra leather and stitching. Now the armrest is pretty cool. There's different ways it can lock. It can also slide forwards and back, which is a pretty cool touch. You're gonna see wireless charging and then just a tad of storage in there. Glove box is as you would expect. And then one last look at the interior. Very sporty in here, definitely a really good use of materials. You can see our sunshade up there for the roof, dome lights, and a nice frameless mirror. All right, setting off in the S5. Honestly, this thing is way quicker than I expected. This is actually really, really peppy. Sounds so good with the active exhaust. We're in dynamic mode, of course, manual mode. Gosh, every downshift, you hear a little gurgle. Has a really, really aggressive tone. I love that. Gosh. It handles so incredibly well and so smooth, and all this at the same time. It is so quiet in this interior. This is so refined to drive and fun. It handles well. The steering is super tight. The suspension is nice and tight in dynamic mode. Transmission is snappy. Man, this car is fun. You could definitely hit the mountains with it and just have a blast. Wow, I am impressed. This thing is a sporty little car. That is so cool. Now, if we go into comfort mode, automatic, and get out of the super cool tach, go to that full virtual cockpit, the car, you can tell, just relaxes. The adaptive dampers soften up, steering is nice and light, to where this just feels like a good daily driver Audi. The seats are incredibly comfortable. I love the leg supports just to really get this car into the position that you want to be in. Easy to maneuver everything, of course, with those massaging seats and everything. This is a really good daily. It's just a nice normal car. And even in comfort mode, if I need to get up to some speed, give it some gas, and I mean, you rock it up to speed without even stressing the engine. This is a nice, confident car. I really like that power plant. I have no complaints. And you can even get an RS5 if you want more power out of it. That bumps it up to like 440 or something like that. Wow, this is fun to drive. Now, as far as turning radius, not too bad. It does take a little bit to get into gear. It's like a split-second delay, which can take a little bit getting used to, but that is actually a really good turning circle. I was in the 4MATIC C43 Mercedes yesterday, and I could not do that same turn. So this turning circle is definitely better, which is really nice to see that, of course, in a all-wheel drive car. Wow, this thing is pretty fun. Getting up to speed now, manual. Gosh, you just can rip on this, and I'm not even going crazy being a new car. This is fun. I don't have any complaints. Okay, back to the normal car. Use of materials is definitely good. Everything you touch, you know, I like the leathers on it. This is a really well thought out car. The touchscreen too, I like how large icons are, so it's easy to operate. Armrests are in a good place to be comfortable, and I just like the driving dynamic. This is genuinely would be a fantastic daily, but then it's actually fun to just play with and drive. And I like how you get the fun factor in it, but then it's still refined and comfortable, even in dynamic. It's not beating you up, it's not too harsh. It's just that perfect blend to be luxurious and comfortable enough, but feel really sporty and fun to just play with. I don't think I have any complaints from a driver's perspective. It's just a good place to be. This is a great place to be right here, playing with the car and seeing what it can do. Man, I like that a lot.